Recent observations have revealed substandard electrical work performed within a residential complex. The maintenance person, while perhaps well-intentioned, prioritizes cost savings and job security over the safety of the residents. It is important to understand that electrical installations that fail to meet code standards create substantial risks to both people and property. To effectively deal with this problem, it is essential to reinforce code enforcement mechanisms. One effective way to do this is for insurance companies to perform regular visual inspections of electrical installations. This approach would give management a strong reason to hire reputable contractors who prioritize safety and full code compliance. Companies that do not meet inspection standards would face higher insurance costs or potentially be denied coverage altogether, which would make them less competitive. By implementing measures like these, we can create a culture that values electrical safety and discourages people without the right qualifications from doing electrical work. This will protect residents from possible dangers and make sure that electrical installations are up to the highest standards of quality and safety. Now, let's discuss some of the specific hazards that can arise from unsafe electrical work. Firstly, improperly installed wiring can lead to electrical fires. If connections are loose or wires are damaged, they can overheat and ignite nearby materials. This is especially dangerous in older buildings where the wiring may already be compromised. Secondly, overloaded circuits can also cause fires. When too many appliances or devices are plugged into a single circuit, the wiring can become overloaded and overheat. This can melt the insulation on the wires and create a fire hazard. Thirdly, electrical shocks are another serious risk. If electrical components are not properly grounded, people can receive a shock when they come into contact with them. This can be especially dangerous in wet or damp environments. Fourthly, faulty electrical equipment can also pose a risk. If appliances or devices are not properly maintained or repaired, they can malfunction and cause electrical shocks or fires. Fifthly, the use of extension cords as permanent wiring is a common code violation that can lead to overheating and fires. Extension cords are designed for temporary use only and should not be used as a substitute for permanent wiring. Sixthly, another common issue is the failure to properly install ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, in areas where water is present, such as bathrooms and kitchens. GFCIs are designed to protect people from electrical shocks by quickly cutting off power to a circuit if a ground fault is detected. Seventhly, the improper installation of lighting fixtures can also create a hazard. If fixtures are not properly grounded or if they are installed too close to flammable materials, it can cause a fire. Eighthly, another potential problem is the lack of proper surge protection. Power surges can damage electronic equipment and even start fires. Surge protectors can help to protect against these risks. Ninthly, the use of incorrect wiring methods can also be dangerous. For example, using aluminum wiring in areas where it is not permitted can lead to corrosion and overheating. And tenthly, the failure to properly size circuit breakers or fuses can also create a hazard. If the breakers or fuses are too large, they will not trip when a circuit is overloaded, which can lead to overheating and fires. Let's talk about what qualified electricians do to prevent these hazards. Firstly, qualified electricians are trained to properly install wiring and make sure that all connections are tight and secure. They also use the correct wiring methods for the application. Secondly, qualified electricians know how to properly size circuits and install the correct size circuit breakers or fuses. This helps to prevent overloads and fires. Thirdly, qualified electricians are trained to properly ground electrical components. This helps to protect people from electrical shocks. Fourthly, qualified electricians know how to properly install GFCIs in areas where water is present. This provides an extra layer of protection against electrical shocks. Fifthly, qualified electricians are trained to properly install lighting fixtures and make sure that they are not installed too close to flammable materials. Sixthly, qualified electricians can also install surge protectors to protect against power surges. Seventhly, qualified electricians are familiar with the electrical code and make sure that all work is done in compliance with the code. Eighthly, qualified electricians also perform regular maintenance and inspections of electrical systems to identify and correct any potential problems. Ninthly, qualified electricians also have the proper tools and equipment to do the job safely and correctly. And tenthly, qualified electricians are insured and bonded, which provides protection for homeowners in case of any accidents or damages. The role of insurance companies in ensuring electrical safety is multifaceted. Firstly, insurance companies can require inspections of electrical systems as a condition of coverage. This helps to identify potential hazards and ensure that they are corrected. Secondly, insurance companies can offer discounts to homeowners who have their electrical systems inspected and upgraded. This incentivizes homeowners to take proactive steps to improve electrical safety. Thirdly, insurance companies can also provide educational materials to homeowners on electrical safety. This helps to raise awareness of potential hazards and how to prevent them. Fourthly, insurance companies can work with qualified electricians to develop best practices for electrical safety. This helps to ensure that electrical work is done safely and correctly. Fifthly, insurance companies can also investigate electrical fires and other electrical accidents to determine the cause and prevent future incidents. Sixthly, insurance companies can also support code enforcement efforts by providing resources and training to inspectors. Seventhly, insurance companies can also lobby for stricter electrical codes and regulations. Eighthly, insurance companies can also track data on electrical fires and other electrical accidents to identify trends and develop strategies to reduce risk. Ninthly, insurance companies can also partner with organizations such as the National Fire Protection Association or NFPA to promote electrical safety. And tenthly, insurance companies can also provide financial assistance to homeowners who need to make electrical repairs or upgrades. Now let's examine some specific examples of code violations that can occur in residential complexes. One common violation is the use of unapproved wiring methods. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, specifies the types of wiring that are permitted for different applications. Using the wrong type of wiring can create a fire hazard or electrical shock hazard. For example, using non-metallic sheath cable, commonly known as Romex, in a wet location is a violation of the code. Another common violation is the overloading of circuits. The NEC specifies the maximum number of outlets and lighting fixtures that can be connected to a single circuit. Overloading a circuit can cause the wiring to overheat and start a fire. For example, if a 15 amp circuit has too many lights and receptacles on it and the load exceeds 15 amps, the circuit is overloaded. Another violation is the improper grounding of electrical equipment. The NEC requires that all electrical equipment be properly grounded to protect against electrical shock. Improper grounding can create a dangerous situation where people can be shocked if they come into contact with energized equipment. Another common violation is the failure to install GFCIs in wet locations. The NEC requires that GFCIs be installed in bathrooms, kitchens, and other areas where water is present to protect against electrical shock. Another violation is the use of extension cords as permanent wiring. Extension cords are designed for temporary use only and should not be used as a substitute for permanent wiring. Using extension cords as permanent wiring can create a fire hazard. Another common violation is the failure to properly support wiring. The NEC requires that wiring be properly supported to prevent it from becoming damaged or creating a hazard. Wiring that is not properly supported can sag or become entangled, which can lead to damage or electrical shock. Another violation is the installation of electrical equipment in hazardous locations. The NEC specifies the types of electrical equipment that are permitted for use in hazardous locations, such as areas where flammable materials are present. Installing the wrong type of equipment in a hazardous location can create a fire or explosion hazard. Another common violation is the failure to provide adequate access to electrical equipment. The NEC requires that electrical equipment be accessible for inspection and maintenance. Blocking access to electrical equipment can make it difficult to perform necessary repairs or inspections. Another violation is the improper installation of lighting fixtures. The NEC specifies the requirements for the installation of lighting fixtures, including the distance from combustible materials. Installing lighting fixtures too close to combustible materials can create a fire hazard. Another common violation is the failure to properly label electrical equipment. The NEC requires that electrical equipment be properly labeled to identify its function and voltage. Failure to properly label electrical equipment can create confusion and lead to errors. Now let's discuss the benefits of hiring a qualified electrician. Firstly, a qualified electrician has the knowledge and experience to perform electrical work safely and correctly. They are familiar with the NEC and other applicable codes and standards. Secondly, a qualified electrician has the proper tools and equipment to do the job right. They also know how to use these tools and equipment safely. Thirdly, a qualified electrician is licensed and insured. This provides protection for homeowners in case of any accidents or damages. Fourthly, a qualified electrician can provide a warranty on their work. This gives homeowners peace of mind knowing that if there are any problems with the electrical work, they will be taken care of. Fifthly, a qualified electrician can help homeowners save money in the long run by preventing costly repairs and preventing electrical fires. Sixthly, a qualified electrician can improve the safety of a home and protect its occupants from electrical shock and fire. Seventhly, a qualified electrician can increase the value of a home by ensuring that the electrical system is up to code and in good working order. Eighthly, a qualified electrician can provide peace of mind knowing that the electrical work has been done correctly and safely. Ninthly, a qualified electrician can help homeowners comply with local electrical codes and regulations. And tenthly, a qualified electrician can provide expert advice on electrical safety and energy efficiency. It is also important to understand the role of local building departments in enforcing electrical codes. Firstly, local building departments are responsible for issuing permits for electrical work. This helps to ensure that all electrical work is done in compliance with the NEC and other applicable codes. Secondly, local building departments conduct inspections of electrical work to ensure that it is done safely and correctly. These inspections help to identify any potential hazards and ensure that they are corrected. Thirdly, local building departments can issue fines or penalties for violations of the electrical code. This helps to deter people from performing unsafe electrical work. Fourthly, local building departments can require homeowners to correct any electrical code violations that are found during an inspection. This helps to ensure that all electrical systems are up to code. Fifthly, local building departments can provide education and outreach to homeowners on electrical safety. This helps to raise awareness of potential hazards and how to prevent them. Sixthly, local building departments can work with qualified electricians to develop best practices for electrical safety. This helps to ensure that electrical work is done safely and correctly. Seventhly, local building departments can investigate electrical fires and other electrical accidents to determine the cause and prevent future incidents. Eighthly, local building departments can also track data on electrical fires and other electrical accidents to identify trends and develop strategies to reduce risk. Ninthly, local building departments can also partner with organizations such as the NFPA to promote electrical safety. And tenthly, local building departments can also provide resources and assistance to homeowners who need to make electrical repairs or upgrades. Let's briefly touch on the insurance implications of unsafe electrical work. If a fire or other electrical accident occurs as a result of unsafe electrical work, the insurance company may deny coverage. This can leave homeowners with significant financial losses. Even if the insurance company does provide coverage, the homeowner's premiums may increase as a result of the accident. Unsafe electrical work can also lead to liability issues. If someone is injured as a result of unsafe electrical work, the homeowner may be held liable for their injuries. This can result in significant legal expenses and damages. It is also important to remember that unsafe electrical work can put lives at risk. Electrical fires and electrical shocks can be deadly. It is never worth taking the risk of performing unsafe electrical work. Always hire a qualified electrician to do the job safely and correctly. Remember, electrical safety is not just a matter of code compliance, it is a matter of protecting lives and property. By taking proactive steps to ensure electrical safety, we can create a safer environment for everyone. Now let's briefly review some key steps to take to ensure electrical safety in a residential complex. Firstly, hire a qualified electrician to perform all electrical work. Secondly, make sure that all electrical work is done in compliance with the NEC and other applicable codes. Thirdly, have the electrical system inspected regularly by a qualified electrician. Fourthly, correct any electrical code violations that are found during an inspection. Fifthly, install GFCIs in bathrooms, kitchens, and other areas where water is present. Sixthly, do not overload circuits. Seventhly, do not use extension cords as permanent wiring. Eighthly, properly support all wiring. Ninthly, do not install electrical equipment in hazardous locations. And tenthly, label all electrical equipment properly. Now let's consider the importance of ongoing education and training for electricians. Electrical codes and technologies are constantly evolving, so it is essential for electricians to stay up to date on the latest changes. Continuing education courses can help electricians to learn about new technologies and best practices. Certification programs can also help electricians to demonstrate their knowledge and skills. Employers also provide ongoing training to their electricians to ensure that they are competent and qualified. By investing in education and training, we can ensure that electricians have the skills and knowledge they need to perform electrical work safely and correctly. Ultimately, ensuring electrical safety is a shared responsibility. Homeowners, landlords, building managers, electricians, insurance companies, and local building departments all have a role to play. By working together, we can create a safer environment for everyone. The proactive approach involving regular inspections by insurance companies, coupled with strict code enforcement by local authorities, forms a robust defense against unsafe electrical practices. By prioritizing safety over short-term cost savings, we protect not only property but also the well-being of all residents. This comprehensive strategy, emphasizing education, compliance, and accountability, fosters a culture of electrical safety that benefits the entire community. Furthermore, embracing technological advancements in electrical safety, such as smart circuit breakers and arc fault circuit interrupters, or FSIs, can further enhance protection against electrical hazards. Smart circuit breakers can monitor electrical circuits in real time and detect potential problems before they lead to fires or other accidents. FSIs are designed to detect arc faults, which are a common cause of electrical fires. These technologies can provide an extra layer of protection against electrical hazards and help to prevent accidents. In conclusion, addressing unsafe electrical work requires a multifaceted approach that includes code enforcement, insurance inspections, qualified electricians, and ongoing education and training. By working together, we can create a safer environment for everyone. It is not just about following rules, it's about protecting lives and ensuring a safe and reliable electrical infrastructure for all.